such a person is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Everything we need to know about calling the name of God in vain is in these verses of the Bible, and we need to analyze it for a better understanding. What are the things we need to understand from these verses? 1. The best way to avoid saying the name of God in vain is by running from foolish talks. The first thing is to learn how to run from foolish talks. Understandably, you want to speak with your friends, you want to talk business, sports, next level, and family. But when the talks are going into the part of the filth, you need to run away. These things are no longer ordinary. They are nothing you must speak of in an ungodly way. You need to run from foolish talks that will lure you into speaking the name of God in vain. There is a need for you to always choose the right people to partner with. There is a need for you to stay close to the people of God so that you will not be guilty of this sin. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, NIV. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as you are doing. Learn to build people with edifying words. Learn to do that using the name of God the right way. Matthew chapter 12, verse 32. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. What we say is very important. We must learn to discipline ourselves when talking. Many people can talk for hours without stopping. You are not an on-air personality, but when it comes to idle talks, you are always there. Know that in the multitude of words, sin is always there. You need to run from this. You need to stop this. 2. Let there be thanksgiving instead. The only time you should mention the name of God is when you are exalting Him. When it is time for prayer, you don't just go to God like you are going to meet your friend or just speak anyhow to Him. He is God, and you must approach Him with a heart of thanksgiving. You must approach Him letting Him know that you reverence Him as the only one God who created the universe and created you. Psalm chapter 100, verse 4. Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him and praise His name. You must exalt the name of God. You must thank Him first. God is your Father. You need to speak to Him first like God. Philippians chapter 2, verses 9 through 11. Therefore, God exalted Him to the highest place and gave Him the name that is above every name, that at the name of Jesus every knee should bow, in heaven and on earth and under the earth. Every tongue acknowledge that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Just look at the power the name Jesus carries. Look at what will happen when you mention the name of Jesus. Look at all the things that God has given this name. Why would you just call this name in vain without getting pushed? The devil is pushing this agenda greatly, so people can forget what the name of Jesus stands for. The devil is making sure that people do not know what the name of Jesus stands for anymore. And that is why he is making sure that people are using the name just anyhow. We must never be part of these people. This is just the same thing that is happening to other words like hell. People are using this word and it means nothing to them anymore. Hell is no place to joke with. You hear people say, well, hell this, well, hell that, well, hell yeah, hell no. Do you know what hell truly is? If you caught a glimpse of hell, you would even use that word so lightly. Hell is a place where there is weeping, a gnashing of teeth. Hell is a place of suffering and torment. It is not a place that anyone should pray of going. We can see it in the story of Lazarus and the rich man. The rich man was in agony, and he was begging for a drop of water. This is how hellfire is, and the devil is making people not take it seriously just by saying it in vain. They are saying the same thing about the name of God and the name of Jesus. Some people are saying these things out of ignorance, while some are saying it on purpose. God is God, and no one can take His place. Exodus chapter 20, verse 7 KJV. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
Praying in your closet. Matthew 6, verses 5 and 6. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men.